All right, my son's out here helping me out. Start from scratch is what we're doing. My wife's helping me putty. We've got all the old shitty cabinets down. Obviously, we've got to fix the wall. I've had quite a bit of things added to the house recently. We're gonna putty this stuff up. Oh, also, these are known for coming damaged, and I thought I dodged a bullet. These ones are actually in perfect condition. We open it up. She got an amazing deal on these, a Father's Day deal. So it's the 10-piece with the stainless cabinet. This one, the bracket was damaged and the protective film was a little scuffed up, but I don't think the actual countertop is scuffed up. And this stainless was actually cheaper than the wood one. It's got reinforcement in the back, so it's sturdy as all get up. So anyways, I got a lot of work to do. I gotta trim that out, trim the, before we owned the house, the roof leaked, so we had the roof repaired. So I got some putty in there. It looks like, I mean, I'm horrible at putty and drywall, so take it with a grain of salt. I got a lot of touch up to do. My old cabinets, I got the 85 loaded down there, and then going with race deck on the floor, but she dropped a bottle of wine right there, but we're not worried about that. We're gonna, there she is. We're gonna get it all prepped up tomorrow. Today is the 4th. We're gonna barbecue out back. All right, this was definitely the roughest corner of the garage with the gazebo add-ons. And then above there, I'm not really gonna screw with that too much because we're gonna get the furnace replaced and I might add some other LED lighting in here. So I think I might just leave that little corridor unfinished. As you can see, don't hire me to do your drywall. It took a lot longer than I thought. Far from perfect. I gotta figure out that top little half there, and then I'll put 28 tubs of freaking whatever mortar on it, mud on it, and then try to texture it. So yeah, gotta show the good, the bad, and the ugly. So got the 2x4s, got the drywall, picked this bad boy up too. Got some paint. Everything's still kind of in shambles. Yeah, I bought some texture and it had some serious pressure behind it, a little can of texture, but boy, it didn't last very long. So I'll probably have to end up doing like a knockdown. I couldn't really get an orange peel, so I'll let this dry up a little bit, knock it down. I only need basically like this little nasty ass square you're staring at right now. Got a new GFCI. I got a new plug to put in the center of my cabinets. Haven't had much time to really mess with the cabinets. Bundled up some stuff that's gonna go out into my shed that I built. I just built a 10x12. Yeah, this was the texture I used. Feeling texture. Actually, it worked really good and it had a lot of pressure, so I can see how it could be effective on a ceiling. So anyways, I'm gonna move my wife's car, move the 85, and start cutting in the electrical, and then I'm gonna trim out above there, clean out the lights, and start painting this wall and the roof for now, because I don't want to permanently affix the cabinets because I still have to do all my race deck. So I want those to flow up underneath all this stuff. So a lot of prep work to do. Doesn't really look like a lot's been done, but really there has. All right, got a little bit of black on the roof and kind of going both directions. Looks kind of patchy now, but it's really not. It'll dry out. Obviously I gotta pull the light down, but I'm just trying to get this area of the roof done. And then I wanna paint this part of the wall, this little L. And I got my drywall. I got a little layer of mortar on it for now. I'll sand that and then put another layer on that tomorrow. Texture that. Fix up this wall here. Like I said, I'm gonna leave that the way it is for now, just in case. Yeah, so it's been a ton of work and About 8 o'clock here. It was about 80 degrees pretty much all day. Drywall took me a lot longer than I wanted to. Got my cabinets there. I still not have taken any of them out. Got all the 2x4s over here because I have to fur them out away from the slab. So yeah, I pressure wash, but this garage is just hammered. So I can't permanently affix those on there though, because I need to get the race stacking down first. So I kind of did this backwards, but it's all good. These have kind of been in the way the entire time, and then obviously you never realize how much junk you have, and this has gone through. So, but it'll all get tidied up in the cabinets where it needs to go, cleaned up, all that fun stuff. My neighbor is systematically picking away at my old cabinets. He's redoing them for his garage down the way, and yeah, we should be good to go. Paint setup so far. Ended up having 2 random cans of satin or semi-gloss, and then I bought a new one and mixing them all together so that way it matches, but it really makes a big difference. The roof is looking really good. Obviously I have to cut it in and then cut the corner in, and then I'll have a sign here where my toolbox is going to be, and I need to do another coat on that. I'll do 2 coats on everything. This is still drying, so I'll have to mess with that tomorrow. And then I got some touch up to do up here, and then I'm going to trim this out, paint it white. But yeah, update. Didn't really want to film all the paint and all that stuff. Pretty self-explanatory. Bookshelf's down with all the shoes on it. I'm going to case out this chimney. I'm going to texture this at some point. Right now I'm just trying to do all the finish work, close everything in. Obviously it'll look way better once it's complete, paint all that white. So yeah, still just picking away at it. All right, just a little brief overview. Got this wall kind of primed for the most part. Started cutting in the ceiling. Finished the trim around the access, then around the chimney, the way it probably should have been done from the builder. So that's all cased in. Got some of the holes filled there. I cut some little wood blocks to replace my little half-ass craftsmanship here. Just made them all 8 inches. I'll pull these off, and then last night I ordered some automotive cord hider. I'm gonna get a little tactful with how I reinstall those, but obviously I'll clean this stuff up and new blocks painted. Yeah, got quite a bit still to do. All right, it's coming together. Roof's starting to disappear. Ended up texturing that just cause it's drying. Put another coat of, Mama put a coat of mud on the wall. Everything's kind of coming together now. Got my cabinets kind of temporarily staged over here. That's where there was either texture or something. There she is over there painting that wall. Basically got this wall, pull those shades down. Got a coat on here. That's all shadows. I'm gonna paint this outside trim for now. I just got a tape line right here because this door and this back door, this back man door are gonna be like a project later. So yeah, she painted the massive ass chimney. Everything's coming together pretty good.
A whole gallon of paint?
Yeah, a whole gallon of paint that took. So moral of the story is it's time consuming, but at the end of the day, that's drying up there. At the end of the day, it's all gonna look really, really good, so. Looks a lot cleaner than it did. Got that off Amazon, finished painting that. This was a retrofit, right? This garage didn't have the retard proofs. So you gotta retrofit it to get the new garage door openers to even work. So anyways, live and learn. That's how they used to be. I haven't painted over here yet. I haven't quite got around to it, but I mean, just looks ghetto. So got a new block to go there. I gotta paint that, and then another block to go in the corner over there. So yeah, still got some touch up to do. Just wanted to do a little bit of an update. Pretty much got the roof entirely painted and kind of cleaned up my little retrofit on my garage doors. So installed new blocks. I cut that bottom out. I'm gonna clean that out. That's just like years of spiders. So got new blocks on all of these. So they actually same there on the bottom. Everything's tidied up. Got everything running up there, so it looks really, really good. Edges came out good, so I'm pretty stoked on that. Walls are all done. Do a little touch up around this window and get a new curtain for it. Furnace comes out tomorrow, old furnace, so I'll be able to finish painting around that. Still got one little patch job to do there, but I almost want to put a service panel because when it gets cold here, yeah, it's insulated. That hot and cold water bib has busted before, but still trying to figure out, oh, that's what else I did. Put those same little cord hiders on the garage door openers too. It kind of cleans it up. And then I had those stainless covers that I bought for my outdoor area, so I just tossed those up there. And yeah, I'm not worried about that. I wasn't cutting that completely out and redoing all that, so that's hidden pretty well. My texture job sticks out like a sore thumb, but you know, it's not perfect by any means, but it's a lot better. And then did that too. I'll attach these to the wall. I still have some touch-up paint to do here and there. Put those on the wall, and then yeah, cleaning up this door. Like I said, that's I don't want to finish any of that quite yet. So cabinets, Home Depot sending me a new door for the dented one and the new hardware for the workbench. So drywall skills at their finest. So yeah, everything's looking good. Got all the lights cleaned out. Yeah, I got a lot done today. So everything's kind of still a mess, but it's a work in progress, and it will be amazing when it's done. And then I have to get that done because they have to cut the concrete floor. Because this furnace, I've been told by like 5 or 6 contractors, is not sufficient, the hole in the concrete. So they're gonna make that larger for the new furnace. So I didn't want to get all the floors in here and then have them cut in concrete. But yeah, everything's kind of in a mess, but it's coming together. It looks really, really good. Today is the day to lightly mount the cabinets. Soft mount, I guess, because I'm not really going to install them till the floors. But in the back, there's 4 of these. 2 for that cabinet, 2 for that cabinet. The bigger one sits in the bottom, and the smaller one is on top. Very well packaged, honestly, in my opinion. So I can't remember where they were, like right here. I mean, you get the picture. Pretty decent little setup. I'm about just shy of 6 foot. These are at 6 foot, so look pretty good. Open the box. I'm gonna save these just in case, because you never know. And then it comes with like 150 sets of keys, which is kind of nice. And my wife had bought me more of this, because apparently in the reviews it says it didn't come with enough. But yeah, it looks, as I'm holding it against the wall, this cabinet, upper cabinet, already had it in there. So very good hardware, all kind of soft closing, which is nice. I mean, they're not the thickest gauge metal, but I mean, you're not parking a truck on it. But the one thing that I thought was cool, I mean, it pretty much gives you all the weights each shelf can handle. Very detailed directions, which is pretty cool. It's got all your item numbers that come with it. Yeah, so far so good. Dimensions, I mean, this is pretty good stuff. The only problem is with mine, hopefully I'm not making you sick, going in circles, I can't find my level. Oh, here it is. When I level mine back there, it's like a freaking inch off, quarter inch off. Maybe not here, but yeah, you can see it. It's a little bit worse on the other side. So before I can mount any of the 2x4s on the back, I'm gonna basically have to level each one of these all the way across then make my marks, take my measurements, and install my boards. So the thing I noticed that I thought was kind of cool is the upper shelf, the little guy right here. There's 3 of those, I believe. Got a little level on it, so kind of hard to screw that up. Although you've seen my drywall. Not perfect, but yeah, anyways. All right, big step done. Old furnace is out. They had to cut, they still have to cut that, whatever the hell that thing's called is from the old furnace. So he'll tear that out from the inside and then knock that little wall out. Obviously I had a hose because it was made a huge freaking mess in here. Got to paint behind all that. I got that, it doesn't matter, I just put a bag over it. Blew all the cobwebs out. I'll cover that so no, my wife's cat doesn't get in there. Anyways, the new plenum or whatever else they'll dig down, that'll sit in there. This furnace that was in this house was not efficient for this home at all. And then we're adding AC too. So I didn't want to do the floors until that huge mess was done. So all the messy part is done. I got a little bit of touch up to do. I hosed out the garage, but there's the cabinets. Me and my wife got them. My floors are not that level. So but these cabinets are great for leveling. Everything's dead nuts. They're kind of bowed in the middle, right? Because that cardboard's not perfect, but I got my line or my 2x4s and then one right on that little lip right there just for stability to the bottom. Basically, one to support the top or bottom and top. So anyways, 1, 2, 3. Got everything level, got my line, got my center right there so I can put my plug. Mess, it's got to be a mess before it looks better. New furnace, AC, new floors, new garage, just a process, you know, have a vision, don't get frustrated. Oh, I washed all the garage doors too again because I don't want a lot of dust in here once it's done, but probably blow it out, wash it multiple times before I lay the floors down. But yeah, I'm like 2 weekends, about 5 days because there was a holiday weekend in there, but yeah, it's all gonna look good at the end of the day. Putting the boards up for backer. Made my line where the bottom of the cabinet is going to sit, and then I raised the 2x4 a quarter from the original line so that way you can't see it, just in case I want to put like an LED strip light under there. And then this one, I'm gonna attach it right on that line, and then the cabinets with the flooring are gonna go up a quarter of an inch, so it'll be the same thing. I just don't wanna see the 2x4s. And they're relatively sturdy, but I still wanna fasten them to the wall. And then these are pretty sturdy, but I am also gonna run, they still need to go back a few inches. I'm gonna run a 2x4 there to attach these. So still need to replace that. Still have my center. I'll have to drop that down, and honestly it's not a whole lot of space now that I'm looking at it, so I'm gonna have to get a smaller TV, but I want it to be flat so it basically comes out to here and it's not intrusive on the countertop, but I definitely want one there. So yeah, work in progress, kind of getting a few things together before my floors get here Tuesday. Just got a couple more little odds and ends to do. I mounted that there for my power cord. I'm gonna move it to over there so that way it's not intrusive. So yeah, just getting everything done. My new door came. If you remember, had a big old dent right there. So that's installed. But gotta get everything out of here so I can put the floors in. I got black vinyl. My wife went and picked it up for me. Black vinyl baseboard, like hospital style or industrial style, that will go all along the transition, which is gonna look amazing. And you might have saw something in this video that's coming up here next. So it'll be the new project. Yeah, I can't wait. Okay, I got my first rows down. I mainly wanted to get this side done so I could attach the cabinets. And then I've got pretty much figured out how I'm gonna do the sublime color You'll see that soon. They had some like little cheesy straps to attach these, but what I did is I put screws along the back there with washers. They're sturdy as hell, so I had to re-level this side. The floors are a little wavy in this garage, which is a thing, so I'm gonna have to get kind of tactful underneath there. There is gonna be a massive gap right here, but that's kind of how they designed it. I don't know why they would want, I mean, what are you gonna put in there? A level maybe, I guess, but 1/4 inch down, because I didn't want to see the top of those 2x4s. A little less than 1/4 on this side, but you still can't see it from above. Countertop is level, and it is exact on both sides. It's 38 inches, unfortunately. But you know, I'm 6 foot, so pretty easy working surface. I have it just kind of mocked up for now. It's not in its final place, but yeah, so far so good. I'll get those lower ones down there, get a 2x4 across there, so that way I know exactly where I'm gonna attach it, and then I'll install the uppers and then clean up. And at least by tomorrow or the following day, I'll be able to start putting stuff away. So yeah, pretty stoked on that. All right, I had the countertop on backwards originally so I could get my level down to put in that runner there for the lower cabinets, because those are going to be fixed to the wall. I've got the uppers on there. They have handy little levels, and what I did is I just used my own screws with washers, because they have these pretty big leg bolts that they want you to use right here. I didn't want to start with those, so I ran my 6 foot level across there, leveled those little guys the best I could, and then they all bolt together. So if you're off like a 1/8 of an inch or a 1/16 of an inch, you'll be able to make it up when you attach them to each side and then together. So you can see my 2x4s are just a hair below, which is what I wanted to do. I don't want those to be seen or sticking out of the top. So I just took all my measurements from the floor after I leveled the cabinets, which those ones are fixed to the wall. So okay, so my wife came out here and helped me bolt all these together. She's sneaking away right now, look at her.
No, look at me, I'm videos.
It's looking pretty damn good. It's about 10 o'clock here on a school night, so we're gonna call it a day. I'll have to level those lower ones still. But everything else freaking came out absolutely amazing. Got everything bolted together. I'll have to put a couple leg bolts in the bottom there if I feel like it. And yeah, looks good. Still have some odds and ends to do, but I thought this was a nice touch for power at both the fronts of the vehicles. Whatever one's in here, I gotta run the 110. I'm gonna splice it off of that plug there and put a junction box right there. But I've kind of got a moth homie. Pretty much have it where it needs to be. The countertop is perfectly level. The middle of the floor kind of sags down, so everything's basically fastened down except for the lowers. It looks absolutely amazing. The floors are like a perfect combination of gray and black. The roofs look freaking amazing. Yeah, I'm freaking stoked. It's still kind of a mess in here, but hopefully the rest of my floor tiles come tomorrow, and then I'll give you the final transformation. This video, I've been taking this over the last probably 6 weeks, just because I'm waiting on materials, this, that, doing it after work, and then during the holiday weekend and all that stuff. So yeah, it's been amazing, amazingly difficult, but the end result's gonna be insane. Update, it's been a process going on like weekend 7, I think. So the bulk of everything is pretty much complete. Just had to, a lot of work with my furnace. So the new plenum's installed. I still have to figure that out, which it's a work in progress. So I haven't quite stowed all this stuff away yet. But yeah, got my sandblast cabinet that I'm about to put together, my car cover. I installed the 110 outlet for my power cord. That thing has come in extremely handy so far. So got this cabinet up for the shoes, got it furred up. I kind of did a little makeshift deal here for now, probably not the final. Got my power for my compressor, power plug installed, got my panel box completely readjusted. Before I didn't have enough space for everything, so now I have 2 spares. Got the square style breakers installed to liquidate, you know, 1 wasted space into 3. Got my LED underlighting, my little power strip there. Got my car still taken apart. I need to hang my quick jacks, which I've got the brackets there. I'm gonna hang those on the back wall there, and then got the power for my heat pump for the AC. So got my quick jacks there. He had to move a couple things around, so I got a little bit of touch up to do, but coming together. Been a process, waiting on things to show up. Still need my compressor to show up. I got a 60-gallon Craftsman. I picked that one because it was red, and I got a blue toolbox. I got a lot of colors going on here. I got some green there, I got some green here, white on black cars, and then my sandblast cabinet is red. So I didn't want it to be all really one color, but yeah, everything's coming together. All right, that's kind of where I'm at, really. I started another project. I started tearing my E30 apart. That's pretty much the gist of my garage conversion. Definitely wasn't a do-it-yourself project. Just basically a transition video of what it was to what it is. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I appreciate you.